Hey everybody, welcome to another TW Investor update. Coming to you audio only this time. You should be able to see the screen and my cursor wiggling around there. Hope you guys are having a good summer so far. I've enjoyed some time off and got a chance to get some things done around the house. We are unofficially coming towards the end of the summer, and as we do that, hopefully we get some more than sideways action here in the market. Even if we pull back, it'll be fine. Still got a few weeks to go as the kids slowly work their way back to school here in the States, and expect to see this lower volume here in the market. Now, 2 weeks ago in our Monday letter, we pointed out this move to new highs in the spiders right here, bottom of your screen. And I said, I'm going to think that that's a little suspicious at the moment for a couple reasons. Number one, the volume very low. Number two, it is the end of the summer. And the last thing was, hey, look, this base, very short. You usually don't base at new highs and then blast off to even greater new highs. It's usually pretty choppy and messy. So we said, all right, that's great. We're going to just stick with what we have in our portfolio up here. And if it takes off, so be it. It'll prove me wrong. But if it stays quiet and gets to be a little choppy, we won't go, we're not going to dive into a bunch of symbols. So I think that's paid off a little bit as our portfolio, you notice on the up days, not everything goes up, and on the down days, not everything goes down. So there's a lot of indecision all around the place right now as people are still trying to stay active in here when they probably shouldn't. So let's go over our portfolio, and then we'll talk about a couple new plays and some potential new plays. Up at the top here, we have PBNY. And this one, we've already hit our first target. We've got some nice profits in it, and we have a 0% risk. We were able to raise our stop all the way up to $10. And that's what I say when I say reduce risk. Initially we started off risking about this much, and we've slowly just raised our stop, reducing our risk along the way. So now we have 0 risk in the play, and our stop it can be all the way down here at $10. We're shooting for 1175 as our second target. Now, keep an eye out on Thursday to the portfolio spreadsheet. I'm gonna shoot for a lot more because I went out to the monthly chart here. We've already covered these highs, right? We're above this right now. This is a long chart, a monthly chart. Every bar represents 1 month, so it's going way back. But we've already made our way through all of that. And considering that we have no risk on the play, that we can't lose, all we can do is make money now on this play, I'd like to shoot for some more. And you start looking up here at some of the last areas where it sold off hard, right between like 12.50 and 13 and a quarter, something like that, right in there. So if we don't hit our target of 1175 by Thursday, I'm going to shoot for more. So just keep an eye out for that, and I'll be sure to point it out if you miss it. All right, so all's going well on PBNY. We hit our first target. FULT, also going very well. We hit our first target on that one. And on our spreadsheet, if you look, you can see we hit our first target. And we're shooting for 1345, which is not much higher than where we had our first target. Again, I'm thinking we can shoot for some more when you look at the monthly chart. We have some room closer to 14, maybe like 1375. That's when we may shoot for more. Now the difference here is on FULT we have not been able to raise our stop. We've raised it little by little from down here to up here, and now we are at 1176, which puts us right here. Okay, we haven't been able to raise this to be break even at the moment. We got in at $12, remember. So this is a little bit different story, right? We want to see a nice little move up higher here if we can get it, and then we'll raise our stop to break even and go from there. Now, we still can't lose on the play. We have a 2% risk. However, we've already banked over 8%. So even if it pulls back, right, can't lose. So looking good on that one. One that's not looking too good, AAP. We have had the opportunity. This is our only short, by the way. We have had the opportunity to reduce our stop. And in this case, we'd be bringing our stop down because we were short. And we brought it down to 85. Now, we're only risking a little over 3% on this one, and so I don't mind. This tail the other day would have made me normally a little nervous if we were risking 100% and, 8%. We probably would have tried to do something better, but we're only risking 3%. You know, if it really bugs you, you can get out tomorrow. Chances are it's going to hit the stop. We're going to take the 3% loss on it. But, you know, it's only 3%. I'm okay with that. That's our only short, and then we'll be out of our shorts. RCII, holding up at the highs here. Notice the pattern. It goes up to new highs, pulls back, goes back up to new highs, pulls back, goes back up to new highs, pulls back. All looks fine here, right? There's nothing abnormal. There's no scary moves that are different than the norm. I think this is fine. It's just the way the stock behaves. I'm okay with that. We've got a ways to go before we hit targets on that one. And then CYBX, we're able to weather this little pullback here through the 50-day. We're back up to new highs, or recent new highs here. Let's go back to the weekly chart. There we go. And all looks pretty good. Again, low volume, right? So everything's low volume. People still kind of want summer break, slowly coming back. AVGO, looking good over the past couple days, right? I really, really want to try to stay in this one. We came very close to hitting our stop. I love this long weekly base. I'm hoping it holds here and we can get back to work. If for some reason it stops out, I'm going to keep my eye on it and keep coming back to it. Yum, same thing with Yum. I really love this long weekly base. They said something today about not doing too well in China. China's kind of slowing down anyways. That's fine. They'll get over it, right? I'm not worried about this gap down today. And just like, if you remember when we played PRGO, I'm going to go back to that real quick. Remember when we played this break here? I'm going to point it out right here. We played this long weekly break, and at first we got in and it pulled back a little bit on us. And I say, you know what, if this stops out, that's fine. But if it rallies back to our entry price, I'm going to double down, right? So we'll be able to raise our stop and add more shares. I'm going to do that same thing on Yum. I think everybody's just, this is a stupid little like sort of freak out moment. I think it'll be very quick that they'll get over it, I hope. And if we get back up to 74.75, I'm going to double down on this play, okay? And then we'll be able to raise our stop. Don't raise the stop just yet. Wait till it gets there. When you add more shares, don't take on more risk, right? If you're risking 8% initially, that's fine. If you double down, you've got to be able to bring that stop at least 4 or 5%, right? Okay, so that's the game plan on Yum. Not a good day for Yum, but I just think it's going to be short term. We'll probably work our way right out of this. It's too enticing for the breakout players on the weekly chart. Plus, the company as a whole makes good money. So they're saying things are a little bit bad. That doesn't matter. They still make a lot of money. They own like everything. All their fast food places. And lastly, TKR triggered yesterday, $61. Not much has happened since then. We're in a kind of a little base here. Again, stocks don't usually base quickly at the highs and then take off to new highs. So to see this sit around for a little bit, you know, you hate to have the money tied up while it does that, but if it does, so be it. I still think it's a good play. Now, moving on to our new plays. We know about WNC. That's on the investors blog. All right, we're still waiting on that. Came close to triggering today. Probably tomorrow if you want to play along on WNC. Go to the members page and you can see the chart there if you like. The entry is going to be $11. We're going to risk 8%, which means we would have to get out at $10.12 if we are wrong. If you look at the TW Investors member page, you'll be able to see our targets and everything all nicely set up. Now, two new ones here. We've got TAL, a little bit more of a risky play. This is not something we normally do or haven't done in quite a while. TAL is the company that you can see it right here, basing up near the 50-day moving average, trying desperately to get above it after this quick waterfall drop. Okay, so I'd like to be a player in this once it clears all of this, and I picked 42.40 just to be sure that it's up and over all of this. And we're going to risk 8% on this one as well. We're in that kind of market, right? 8% is fine. We don't need to do much more than that. The idea being that those that like to play the trend line breaks, there's a lot of people out there that do this. See this right here? That they'll be joining us just shortly after we buy. All right, so it's a little bit different play that we normally don't do a lot of, or there just hasn't been a lot of this. The market's been straight up. So here's one where we could try that. 42.40 if you want to play along. I will keep you posted. The chart is also on the members page. Take a look at it if you'd like to print those out. Some people make little chart books. That's okay. That's what it's there for. And then the last one is just the symbol A. Just the letter A is the is the thing there. I like the potential here for a nice move on A. You can see the long weekly chart, and there's no doubt there's a lot of people looking at this, and we're kind of poking our head above it at the moment, and so I'd like to just play along. I think it's worth the risk, but I'm going to look for 47.25. Let's just see a little more follow through, clear all of this the most recent mess, and I'll be a player there. 47.25 is what we're looking for. 47.25. Again, an 8% stop. And if you like to print out a chart, it is on there as well on the members page. Just a lot of room up here for us to potentially make some money there. And so those are the plays. At the moment, we will have 3 potential plays waiting to trigger. We just had a new one trigger yesterday. And so WNC, TAL, and the letter A if you're looking forward to playing along. Hey, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at any point. I will address your questions in the videos, or just if you say, hey, I don't want you to say it in the videos, could you just respond back? I could do that as well. We're always here for you. Check out the members page for the 3 new plays in our portfolio spreadsheet. Been a pleasure. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer. Hopefully things will pick up soon for you. And talk to you soon. All right. Bye.